Audio is clear. Now tell me, how is my audio? Okay, perfect. So I came back to GT. I tried different strategy, but one of them was like working pretty well for me. For that, let's come back to our previous one. First, let's do some forecasting. And I have also taken a small challenge because I has been quite a time to when I left the gorilla. So I did not wanted to take any massive challenge or using the strategy directly to my account. On my personal account. So I decided to just take a small challenge so that I brush up my knowledge again by the challenge. Because when you take a challenge, then you eventually take like a responsibility. You have to make the certain percentage. You have to be disciplined. So it's a like challenge is very good thing. If you have some strategy well, so take any challenge. I don't say take a big challenge. I have taken just a very small challenge, like 500, 50, sorry, $5,000 my forex fund only like $50. So it does not cost a lot. Yes, yes, I'm switching back to PT. So it does not cost a lot. So I had taken challenge yesterday because if you don't have any challenge, then you will not be acting in a very serious way. But if you take a challenge, then you will start doing all sort of things, you know, discipline, practice, backtesting, forecasting, everything. So I took this challenge yesterday. This is a 5K small challenge because I I have left. I had left using this strategy, so that is the reason why I did not start with like a big challenge for like 100K or 50K. I took a small challenge, rest of the thing. And after that, if everything goes well, then I will slowly increase my challenge amount. Till for the time being, I will be just reading this small. So it's a quite good question. What made you decide to leave ICT strategy? See, I gave a lot of time to ICT, a lot of time, lot, but I've already seen some strategy where I had not a lot of discretion. And in ICT, what I saw, there was a lot of discretion, and the time it was taking me to learn that strategy was like massive. And whatever I tell you, yeah, or whatever anybody tells you, see, it is a profitable strategy. Nobody can doubt on it. Okay? It is a profitable one. And I also spent like almost 6 or 8 months on ICT. But it would take minimum, I would say it would take like 2.5 years. Okay. And I have already spent like 1 year on GT. I had spent 1 year on GT and almost 1 year, like more than 1 year on GT, I would say 1.5 year, you can say. Okay. And then I switched to ICT. I spent 6 months, 6 to 8 months on ICT. And I realized that I have to like put another like minimum, I would say 20 months more, like 1.5 year more to learn this ICT. Okay. And I had something which is already I have learned. So I decided to just stop it for a time being. Because ICT is something which will take time. Will take time, take money, everything. Hi Parmeshwar. That is the reason why I just stopped. I did not have that much time, because next year I was no I have lost that 50K account. So next year I'm going to pass my university. Okay, and in India, if you are Indian, then you know the pressure. If you pass the university and you don't have any job, okay. So see, I can take a job, but I don't want to do that job. I want to trading. So I don't have that much time to just learn the ICT and giving like I tried to learn it for 6 8 months. Okay, made a lots and lots of notes. If I can show you, I have like these are like humongous notebooks of ICTs. All those ICT. So that I don't know if you are able to see it or not. All those ICT. But I thought I see that it take a lot of time, and I don't have that much time to just I see if but I think now that if I stick to GT only, then also I would be easily make like a 50K in 2022. If let's suppose I would have not left GT in January 2022 or February 2022, I would have easily made like 50K minimum, I would say $50K easily because I knew GT like very well, so I could easily made 50K, but I just left GT and started ICT, and after spending like 6 8 months, I see that no, it will take much more time than 6 to 8 months. It will take much more time. I have already something which I have learned, which I have mastered, which gave me good results in the past, and I don't have like much time. I want like minimum I want to make like 20 or 30K minimum this year, so that if I graduate my uh, university, I am having some I am having something to say to my family that I want to pursue this trading as a career. But before saying that, you have to show something. Doesn't matter how much effort you make, results speak only. If you are not able to achieve something, then difficult in Indian society. The fact. So I decided to just stick to your strategy, which you know well, which have given you a good result. See, there is some problem with GT. I accept it. Today also I say that there will be some issue with GT. But okay, that's fine. At the end of the day, if it's making me money, then okay. Let it make the money. Other thing I will think about later. So let's do a quick forecast. Euro USD. We have Now, just do a quick forecast. Then I will be doing back testing of AUD USD of 2022. And I will be doing all the back testing of first AUD USD for 2022, then Euro USD, then EJ, then AJ. Here we can see the market has started. Let's just check where everything. You can see that market gave a nice move to the upside. Okay, it just break the high, retrace, and now it's started continuing its move to the upside. So here we are having our bullet line. Okay, we are having our bullet line. So once the market uh, reach this area, I would like to take the entry. But the thing is, I don't want to take any entry like this. If it directly hit my entry, that will be an issue for. Don't want to take any trade. Single candle just went up and hit my entry area. Then that will be not good sort of entry, because these are sort of V recovery. When you get a V recovery like this, there is a high chance that market may give you range or may give you a deeper retracement. So in these cases, just wait. Mark your lines. Like, see, this is my bullet line. So I just mark it here. I will not be placing any pending order, any sell limit at this area. I will be just waiting, see how the market come at this area and hit this horizontal line. Then I will decide whether I have to place my entry or not. With Euro USD, I have just marked this line. The market comes up and hit this area slowly like this. Two, three candles goes up, then hit this area. Then that's a perfect entry. Stop loss will be 15 pips. That will be a good entry. If it directly hits like this, that's not a good entry. There's a high chance it will go inside the range. Just wait. AUD USD, you can see that we got a ascending channel, and in that bigger ascending channel, we get a smaller ascending channel. So the probability was quite good. And also yesterday we had a bomb entry at this after this candle. You can see we had a bomb entry at this candle. You would have taken this, then yeah, it would have taken your stop loss. Why I did not take this entry? Because the market, you can see that I have drawn a rectangular box which is showing that the market was in some sort of range. Okay, so if you take, see, the bomb is basically a impulse entry. So if you take any entry in this sort of condition, so there is a very low chance that it will continue its move to the down or to the upside. Because if you see the bomb, then the first criteria of the bomb, that the market must have a nice impulsive candles like this. And then if it retraces like this, then you take your entry. So the first criteria is the market must have momentum. Okay. And we have momentum. When we have momentum, then we have a clean like market structure, not having some sort of range. And here we were getting some range. That's why I did not took this bomb entry at this area, left it. Because if you look to left, we are having lots and lots of wicks. Market was completely inside the range. So I did not want to take this. And now we get the break. So we know that how market move. Market move like this, and if it wants to break, it will start losing its momentum. See, once it fell from here, we can take it as a bullet, or we can also take it as a bomb. If it fell far, then we take it as a bomb. Okay, so this is the perfect, and the vice versa is particular. Then the market will start losing its momentum. We can take a bullet, or we can we can take a bomb, or we can take a bullet. So these two scenarios. This scenario can also be like this. The present one here, we had a channel, and this thing happened at around this area. Started losing its momentum upside, and then this fell. So here we did not get any opportunity to take the entry. We did not get any opportunity to take the entry. I wanted to take entry. I still have pending order. You can see that I still have a pending order just below white candle. Joshua does not count it as a retracement, but I count it as a retracement because it is unable to break the previous low. So for me, this is my most bullet line. So I've placed my entry to below it, but if you look at my trading view, I have also placed an alert out at this area. Let's suppose a single candle forms like this, okay, and gave me and just take my and just hit my entry. So there is a high chance it may, but it's the V recovery. There is a high chance either it will give me a deeper retracement, or it will be it will start going inside the range. So I don't want to take that V recovery. But if the market slowly goes up, slowly, small candles forming like this, and then just hit my entry, then that will be a perfect entry. Okay. Stop loss, then just I will let it run. So this is the reason why I have just placed this alert at around this area. So that if the market goes up, hit my if the market directly goes up and it try to hit my sell limit, I will be just removing the currency for AUD forecasting. Move to EJ. EJ also did not give us any good opportunity. You can see that market here. This is a picture perfect example of how I take how I take the trades when the market loses momentum. So here you can see right. Yes. So here we are having some sort of bigger channel, and on that bigger channel you can see that here the market start losing its momentum, just like the Euro AUD USD example. Here the smaller ascending was forming at the bottom of the channel, and in EJ the smaller ascending was forming at the top of the channel. And when it breaks this low, when it broke this low, first what the market did, you can see that yeah, you can see I also take this entry, bullet entry, sorry, bomb entry. I can show you my MT4. So I took this bullet bomb entry. So you can see Euro JPY took this bomb entry. This was the perfect bomb entry. I waited for the spread hour to over. Once the spread hour finished, I just take the entry. So the spread hour, I took this entry. Market went for like 1.5%, 1.5 hour, and then it just retraced. Once it breaks this high, I just first here we had two managements. Once the market break the high, no, only one management. Took the entry at around this candle. Stop loss was just EJ. I took 15 pip SL. I took a 15 pip SL, and I managed it just at around this 2 pips below it, somewhere at around this age. So the next candle just came down and take my stop loss somewhere at around break even, only $4. So that was a good trade, I would say, but it did not work. That's fine. What the market did, market break the high, retrace. Okay. Again came down, break the low, again retrace. So it was showing some sort of that the market wants to be in the range. Okay. It want to just want to be in the range. But because it break the high, retrace, break the low, retrace. It has not strength to go up, it has no strength to go down. So it will go in sideways. And next can also break the high and retrace. And after seeing this massive candle, I was like, okay, here we had some sort of channel, bigger channel, and then a smaller channel, then we have a break. So if the market gave me the opportunity, I will definitely take the entry. I was like, okay, if the market after this candle, if the market comes to this area, this is inside bar, then I will definitely take the entry. I marked my uh, alert at this area because see, I did not want that the single candle hit my entry from here. I did not want that a single candle just goes up like this and hit my take profit. Sorry, hit my entry sell limit. So that is the reason why I just, you can see in my MT4, I did not place the entry sell limit at around this area because I was waiting to just form some one or two small candles like this. Then it goes up and hit my entry level. And that would be a perfect entry to take the get for a sell. But it just continue its move to the downside. And now we are having a small we are having a big wick at the bottom. So I don't want to take any trade after this sort of wick. I will be waiting patiently. Just I will be just waiting for break of the high, break of high or low. Or one more scenario here, what can happen if I see some sort of uh, bigger range, and then the next candle just break this range and comes down inside the range, then I will be taking it as an entry. Continue its move to the downside here. Here will be my entry. Then I will be taking this as a move to the downside. But without range, if somebody wants to take as a bomb, then this will not work. There is a very high probability then this sort of bomb does not work. If you want to take this bomb, then just wait for a range before taking the bomb. So in AU, sorry, in AJ, we had a nice break candle. You can see that it was also inside some sort of range. You can see that the EJ was also inside this range, like AU. And here we can see that the market broke this range, this candle broke this complete range bound area. And once it breaks it, so I got this week. So after this week, I did not want to place an entry somewhere around this area because it was our bullet line. No, I'm just using GT, not any other strategy, just GT. You can see that uh, we could take this entry, but because of this week, could give us a deeper retracement, or it could just make the market go inside the range. So I just hoped I did not place any entry at around this area. And the next candle just continued smooth to the down, and it did not give us any opportunity to be in the trade. So if it would have given us a small retracement, and that will be a nice trade. I was looking for an entry after because this candle also broke the low. And if I would have placed my entry somewhere at around this area, then it would be a buying opportunity, selling opportunity. Yep, I was there. I was in SRC group. I tried, but like I tried, but it was not like something was convincing me. Just it was very difficult for me to make percentage just by 1% or 0.5%. And also, see, the big thing is like the thing which I tell you the truth, the thing which I felt that SRC is a good strategy, no doubt. That is also a good strategy. Isn't AJ forming the bomb? No, it has already. If you look at the AJ, then it has already reached at the area where it can break the loop. So we don't take this sort of bomb. Don't take this sort of bomb where the closing is just near. Madam, yes, I am from India. I don't want to take any entry because it is very near to the break or to the low. So Parameswar, the thing is with SRC, the problem is that it doesn't matter how much percentage it makes. Matter is how much percentage you can make by that strategy. And I don't know why I was not doing well with that strategy. Thing is, Tri-City, I try to, I not because GT has its own problems. GT has its own problem. So that is the reason why I just try to avoid it, not to continue again. But when I saw other strategy, then I find that okay, other strategy has also its own problems. You know, in SRT, when I tried to like take 1:1, it was becoming very difficult to take like minimum 1:1 also with SRC. So I felt that if you are taking any challenge and if you are like 2 or 3% in a drawdown, it becomes very difficult to get out from that drawdown where you will not be able to get a 1:1 minimum, like 1:2 or 1:3. Because in challenge, the additional pressure of one time is very difficult. You have to make 8 or 10% in 30 days. So that thing is very difficult thing. And in those scenarios, you need see, in pressure, you will do like you will definitely do certain mistakes. And if your strategy does not allow to take any like if SRC see in GT, if you are an average like if you are a beginner also, then also in GT you can make some percentage or you can save your account. But if you are In SRC, if you are beginner, then it will become very difficult to make your account positive. Okay. Either you have to be best in SRC, or you have to just you cannot be a like average trader with SRC. Either you have to be best in psychology wise, in entries, your knowledge, your experience, everything at a must be perfect to just master that SRC thing. And I did not have that much time. I tell you the truth, I did not have that much time to just perfect one more strategy. I had perfect this, and I don't know what happened. Why I just left this strategy, because what I think now that if I would have continued this strategy, I would have easily made around like 3K, you know, because I have seen people who does not trade that much that well, and still they are managed to make good amount. How is your like trading going, Parmeshwar? Because you are following Raja from a long time. I must check. Yes, Parmeshwar. I did a lot of silly mistakes which I usually don't do. Yes, this is the thing which I want to tell you. Well, I am trading for a long time. So I have been trading for like 4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years. 3 years actively on YouTube, and 1.5 year from like 2019, I would say. Perfect, perfect, Parmeshwar. So, this is the thing. Because, Parmeshwar, I I'm not earning like quite a lot of money outside this trading thing. My whole income is now on trading. So, I need like amount to invest on it to make my personal account. And SRC work basically in your personal account, and that is the reason why I don't see much of traders interview of SRC. I've not seen like lot of traders like to tell you the truth, I have not seen a single interview of SRC trader on FTMO or either on my forex fund or on TFT. And the only reason is that when you take the challenge, you do certain mistakes, and you eventually end up with certain drawdowns. And with SRC, to recover those drawdowns, it becomes very difficult. If you are 6% drawdown and you think that one or two trade will give you 6%, then it becomes difficult. But in GT, you can get that 6% trade. You can just recover your account from there also. But in SRC, I found that it was very difficult to just recover your account from there. And that is the reason why, because I have made my mind that I am not going to take money from my home or from any other source to invest in trading. Because if you are having prop firms which are eager to give you like 100K, 200K just by giving them $200 or $300, then I don't know why somebody will invest his own like $1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 or $10,000 into trading if there is prop firm and if you are a new one. Yes, absolutely, Parmeshwar. If you are able to manage both the thing, then I would say it's okay. But if you are not able to manage, or if you are not able to focus on one strategy, then I would say just take one strategy. Take one strategy, master it, then, and that will give you enough capital. That strategy will give you enough capital. If you master just one strategy, it will give you enough capital to start your own account or anything. Perfect apps. If you are having your own strategy, then that's a. So I would say they sometimes refuses to pay you your profit. I would say if you are able to get sometimes your payout, then that's enough. If you are let's suppose you are having 1000 like 300K account, and you just get like two payouts of 10%, you are good to go with your personal account, I would say. Don't have to rely for a long time on platforms, because it's very difficult. Even ultimately, it is called challenge. It's not something which is an easy thing. It is called platform challenges. Platforms, they call it challenge. And why would you take like challenge every time? Just have to take like some 10, 20, 30% with a good amount. And after that, who cares what they does? Who cares whether they give me a payout or not? If I am able to pull out like 10, 20% of a like 300K account or 600K account, it's enough. Just open your own account with a good broker and do your own trading. There's no need to just depend on that on them. Yes, yes, Joy, I'm focusing on GJ. Oh, sorry, GT. Okay, let's start backtesting because we have spent a lot of time. It was a first video, so I just thought after a long time this was my. Yeah, I did. I did ICT. I did ICT, but it will take a lot of time to learn that strategy. The ICT will take a lot of time. Minimum, I would say that ICT will take like 1.5 years. And I don't have that much time to just like month, give 1.5 year. Don't have that much time to start doing that testing from January. I will be doing sorry, USD. I was planning to do AED USD. Yes, yes, Joe. If you want to learn SMC, I would say don't go with ICT. Don't go with ICT. If you are having, if you can afford to take a mentorship route, then that will be a good idea. Because watching him, like I also because seasons influence a lot by external things by social media. And I also, my decision was also somewhat influenced by social media. The thing is, it becomes very difficult to learn from ICT. I would say just take a small, like, take a mentorship. There are several mentors who are able to teach you ICT in much lesser time. So I don't take partial profit. So here what we can see in AUD once I started this, here we are the market is completely inside this range bound market condition. So we will be waiting not to trade now. We get a breakout. We are having breakout. Here we take a small market just broke this resistance area. If it continued its move to the upside, then that would be a nice our stop high 72739 or it will be 595 of the deadline. Close. I don't trade a London. If you are doing like gorilla trading, then you just have to take trades whenever you get your entry. Just two spreads hour. Apart from that, have to take. Okay. So this will not be a valid entry. Why? Because I took this entry uh, on on Friday. I stopped trading after 7 p.m. Okay, and this line is a week close line, weekly closing line. I did not look at the time. If you look at the time, so it was about to finish the week, Friday 31st December. So I would not count this as a loss because normal condition, I don't take trades at 12 o'clock and I see that after 2 hours the market will close, then I don't take this sort of trades. Continue. Now market again went inside the range. You can see we are having a range and the market just went inside the range. Want to take any entry in these sort of conditions, and be cautious. Be very cautious. Want to take any entry. And also after once the market opened, I would like to wait for at least 5 hours. So 3 hours after the market opened, 4 hours, just wait for 1 more hour. Now, I will be taking the trades if get any opportunity. But here we can see we are having a large VIX at the bottom. No trading opportunity. Market is completely inside the range. It's my bullet line also. Then also I don't want to take the trade because you can see it's a V recovery also. Get this sort of V recovery, there is a high chance that the market will go inside the range. Now here we are getting good, nice impulses. If we get an opportunity of a bomb entry, I would like to take bomb. No, this is not SRC. This is GT, guerrilla trading. I get a bomb entry, I would like entry, but it, yes, I have done a lot of backtesting of GT. Break the high, but it's peaky break. I'm going to take entry. And that is my regret that I have done a lot of backtesting, lot of practice with that strategy, but why I just left this strategy. And when I see that someone making ton of money with that strategy, then I just, and still I am searching for good strategy. I don't know why I was doing it. Hey, this is I would say this is opportunity cost. To try to find some opportunity, you have to have you have to pay some amount, and that was opportunity cost amount. Here we can see that the market is now starting to continue its move to the upside. Okay. We are having some wick at the top, but the thing is, have some sort of this thing came from SRC. We have clean candles. We have clean candles to the left, so there is a chance that it, with my entry, that would be entry. And also, if you look at my stop loss as well, I don't like to use any indicator. You can see I have placed this indicator, but I don't use it. I rarely use it. Rarely. I know about this indicator, but I don't use it. Like, nice, Arjun. I again came back to GT. I was 07. Now I will be managing my SL just below it already. Yes, and most of the American traders do well with ICT. I have seen it because Joshua is from UK and Michael is from USA. So it just hit our stop loss. Here we lost somewhere around 0. Market break the high, retrace. Now the market trying to continue its move to the downside. I don't know. I thought that ICT was taking a lot of time. Right? And I know already one strategy which like I have already mastered one strategy, cheating. And next year I am going to pass my university. Okay. So I need something in my arsenal that after passing the university, I don't want to again learning some strategy. Once I get some like some amount, or let's suppose I start making some consistent gains. I haven't seen this fancy strategy. Right now I'm 24, 25. See, this is the reason why I did not place any entry at around this area. Sometimes the next candle just goes up and hit your entry. If let's suppose I place my entry at around this area, that would be like next candle just goes up, hit my entry, and then also hit my stop. This is the reason why I did not place. If you know something, then the thing is, if I know something very well, so why don't I make some money first with the knowledge which I have already learned? I spent 6 to 8 months with ICT, but I was not seeing any significant improvement. That is the reason why I decided to just make some money first, then everything goes well. And if you still wants to learn something, then you may start learning it again. But right now, just I am about to finish my university and don't want to finish it without any job or without any consistent income. Because in that case, I have to go to court, become a lawyer, or I have to work in a corporate office. I have only two choices. And I don't want to go with these two choices. I want to make my third choice, trading. Make this choice, I have to show, no, not my family, but to myself also. Here we had a week and the market came down, uh, gave this candle, but it was, I would say, this was near the spread hour. So I did not take any entry at around this area. And then the market continued move. We had lots of ranges to the upside also. And in these ranges, if you have some range to the upside or to the downside, or if your impulse is not coming from ascending or descending channel, then the possibility of working the bomb is very low. Either you have a clean left hand side, like you don't have this sort of range to the left hand side, or your impulse is coming from a descending channel. Okay. This sort of descending channel. Then that would be a perfect bomb. Agree. But here I am seeing some sort of range to the left hand side. The impulse is also not coming from some sort of ascending or descending channel. So I just want to avoid this. But yeah, if I get a bombsless bullet entry, then that would be a nice entry. Then I would like to take risk. Comes down, give me a bombsless. That would be the break the high. So let's suppose I would have taken this as a bomb. You are losing trade. You are losing. I would have entered at around this age. So this bomb is not, this impulse is not coming from any channel. It's just random impulse. Just break and retest, but there is certain conditions of that break. That break must be from a channel, a ascending channel or a descending channel, or or from any clean range. Here you can see on the left hand side we had some sort of strong resistance area. We don't count it as as a support or resistance, but for the simplicity, I am telling you that this impulse is not coming from ascending or descending channel. And also we had some sort of range to the left hand side, not clean candles. Here I took this entry. Here we had some sort of you can see wick at the top. But why I took the entry? Because we had some sort of clean candles. There was a chance that it could continue its move to the upside, and eventually it went up, but it just hit my stop loss by, I would say, it hit my stop loss just yeah, just by 10 pips. 10, 11 pips, it hit my stop loss, then it went into my direction. So that's fine. But here I did not take the bomb. Why? Because we had some range and this impulse was not coming from any channel. We have to think logically also. If you are trying to take any a trade, then you also have to think logically. Not like you just get a setup and every time when the setup comes, you just take the entry. No, it will not work like that. Here we have a wiki break, so I don't want to take entry. See, when you use that indicator, like this indicator, you will not read like how I'm reading the price action. You will definitely not read the price action like I am reading it, candle by candle. If you will be using if you are doing the back testing, your whole purpose is that you just read the price action so that you can improve your skills. But if I use this indicator and if I buy from here, see, it is showing a bomb. It is showing a bomb entry at around this area, but I did not take the bomb. Why? Because I was seeing that here we had a resistance. Here we have a resistance at around this area, and there is a chance that it can give me a deeper pullback. But the indicator is showing me to take the entry. But I read the price action manually and I avoid this entry. Okay, so this is the thing. See, I did not place my entry net around this area. Why? Because in my mind I was thinking that if a single candle just drop like this, then there is a high chance it will give me a deeper retracement, and it may continue its move to the arm and take my stop loss. And this is the reason why I just did not place my pending order at around this area. But if a single candle comes down and break the low of the previous candle, there is a high chance it may give you a bit of pullback. When if I would have taken this entry, this would be also a loss. But if you are using that indicator, it will show you a buying signal at around this area. You place the indicator. Here it's a green inside bar. So this indicator usually show only bomb setup, not the bullet one. No, I have not used it much. The thing is that try to read the price action, not to just complete your like 1 year or 1 month. Try to read the price action as much as you can. I'm doing PT back testing after like 1 year, but still I remembered a lot of things. That is the reason why I just took a small challenge and become consistent. Market fell down quite heavily. We are not getting any opportunity to be in that trade. Get a nice bomb, then see, they're, they're having some sort of equal weeks. Not completely equal, but we have this sort of week. Usually, what I have found that if you get this sort of double wick at the bottom, there is a high chance that it will either retrace, it will give you a deeper retracement, or just to wait for some range before taking bomb. That will be a good entry. Okay. Here it's looking it's looking quite good. Gave me some range, not like not a big range, but it gave me some sort of range. This candle would be our entry candle. I would definitely not take that trade. This would be our entry candle. But this, see what happened. If I was saying that I want some range, I get a range of like 1, 2, 3 candle. Then it went up, break this previous high, and formed a bearish candle. So for me, it was like not a very high probability trade, because if I would get some more ranges, then that would be a perfect entry. But should be this be an average entry, I would say. Perfect. Okay, I don't want to take this entry. Why? Because see, if my stop loss would be somewhere above this candle, then that would be like a more than average entry. But my stop loss is also not good. See, a stop loss, I usually place 12 pip stop loss on AU. If I place 12 pip stop loss, then that is not enough stop loss. Okay, in this sort of entry where you have a double wick, we did not get that much of range. We get some range, but that did not get that much of range. And we are also not having enough stop loss. These all things making this trade like below average trade. Now, I wanted to see this sort of range. If it again goes up like this, okay, And if it goes up like this, and the next candle it goes up like this, and the next candle just forms a bearish candle, then that would be our perfect entry from here, because I get the range which I was expecting. Then I did not take entry after this candle because the stop loss was not good. We had wick, we did not get enough range, so I waited. Now see, let's just see whether we get entry or not. Has not broken this previous high or this high. Want to take break the low again. So when you will be using the indicator, you will not be able to keep the price action like this. You just take it as a loss and you will just move forward, not be waiting, not be waiting for looking at the price action. That's what the price action is doing. Break the high, retrace, break the low, retrace, found a large wick. So want to take any entry. Let's just look at the price action. What's the price action? Price action is clean. I would say the market is continuing its move to the downside slowly. Left hand side is also clean. Everything is perfect. If we get a nice left candle, then entry, but just take the high. But break is just a wiki break. It's not a very impulsive break. And this candle, this black candle, break the high retrace, break the low retrace. So there is a chance that may give us some range. Now I want to place an entry. I get trade. Just break the high, not give us, not give any opportunity. Also, this was a weak close, so I did not wanted to take any entry in this sort of. When the week was closing, I do not want to take hours. Just look at the live market, how the live market is. Was challenge. Move. Here I want to take an entry. 2 hours of taking the market. I completed like first I completed 2021. Oh, sorry, 2000. Yeah, 2021, 22 mentorship, and then I completed the core contents almost September month. I had already seen its his Vent series. This is a large week at the top, but I'm just changing my order what to be in the trade. See why I just placed my order, but this candle did not hit my entry, so I just removed the order. Why? Because I saw that we have a large wick at the top. When you see this sort of wick, try to avoid the trade because these wicks are basically make the market go inside the range. Break the high, retrace. So here the market, what the market is doing, breaking the high, retracing, breaking the low, retracing, again breaking the high, retracing. Now it again break the lows. Breaking, take any random entry. These scenarios, most of the time the market goes sideways. Here the market is now continuing its move to the downside. If I get any bomb, then I would take the entry. But after seeing this large wick, I would like to wait for some range before taking the entry. Don't want to take the so good. We are having our bullet and line at 96 below this inside bar. Here, this will be a average trade, I would say. We have, let me just check where will be my stop. Perfect. See, here we are having a large wick at the bottom, but we get some range. We got some range, okay, and impulse came from this ascending channel. When you get this sort of thing, and our stop loss is also well above the candle, so these all things making this trade a good average trade, not a perfect one, but a good average trade. Hit my stop loss. Now it is going to going at an area of like bomb slash bullet. I think I don't want. Usually, I don't take double trades. I don't take trades like once I get a stop loss in one setup, I don't want to take again one more setup. I try to avoid it. If I would have taken one more entry, then that would be also a loss. That is the reason why if I get one loss, one sort of setup, then if it forms bomb and I took the bomb, and then again it hit my stop loss, and then it again going for a bomb slash bullet, then I don't want to take that trade. So I have already taken one loss in that trade. Here, see, this is a nice impulse, but if single candle comes down like this and hit my entry, then that will not be a good. area to take the trade. So that is the reason why I'm not placing my pending order right now. I want that slow three candles like this, slow 2-3 candles comes down and hit my entry. This is ideal scenarios. Here what happened? Break the high, retrace, came down, break the low, hit the high again retrace, the low again retracing, breaking the high entry because we are not seeing any sort of momentum. See, compare these candles with these candles. Can you see that we are having momentum? We should take this bullet. Can you say that, okay, let's just take the bullet at around this age? No, because we don't have any momentum. I don't want to take the bullet above this sidebar candle. Well, if you look at the height of the candle, these are nothing in front of these candles. A single momentum candle can take your stop loss. And also, we have to be mindful that the London session is about, the pre-London session is approaching. So if you don't have momentum and the pre-London session or London session is about to open, so there is a high chance then those sessions will bring the momentum. And once the momentum will come, may take your stop loss. So just wait for nice, just break the high and just came down, break the low. If I get a nice impulsive candle to the down, I would definitely like to take the entry. Perfect. This sort of this sort of entry I was talking about. See here, the London session has opened, and see once the London open, you saw the momentum. This candle is showing the momentum. If I get an entry, that would be good. Because box is well above the structure. 2 pips big candle. My will be my bullet line. Low is in 3. High 14, 12. So see here I placed my pending order. Why? Because if a single candle just open, goes up and hit my entry, then that's fine. This is not a very big candle that masking that big black candle. Candle is okay. But some tip not hit. And now I can see that we are having some wick at the bottom. Not a big. You have to take that trade when you see this sort of move your end. If your entry would be at around this area, would be a loss. But when you read the price action, you will understand where you have to place your entry and where you have to remove your entry. Try to make small videos out of these live stream because it's a long 2 hour video. We have lots of discussion about different things. So if I get time, I will try to make small videos of all the trades and all the price action which I have discussed. That if wants to take benefit from these videos, don't have to sit for 2 hours. But I'm not promising about it. Let's see if I get the time. So here the market is trying to continue its move to the upside. It just break the high and it's trying to continue its move, but I'm not convincing by this impulsive candle. Bullet is basically a impulsive entry, and here I'm not seeing any sort of nice impulse. This is at around candle is completely bullish. Candle is now we can just hit our entry or not because the fact that whether I had placed over it almost we would have taken. I would just took the high. I will break the high again, and again we are happy. Just a stop loss just by someone or 0.2 pips. That's fine. Now we again got a nice impulsive candle to the upside, and again I want to take this. There is two. Three, 22. Perfect. After this wiki candle, I don't want to get that sort of wick. There's a high chance that it can come and take it. Also, you can see that this is some sort of V recovery. This was a V recovery, and you see market started making some. Now it has just broken the low. If I get an entry at around this, I would definitely take the entry. Why? Because market break the high, formed V recovery, formed some, give us some range, not a big range, and now we can see that the market trying to continue its move with upside. If I get an entry around this area, I will take that. We will be keep whether it would have. No, it is. So now we just got a break, and the break is not very convenient. Moving the order because it did not hit our but good. There is some wick at the bottom, but that is okay. Is we can manage this sort of. So you can see that the market is continuing its move to the downside. We have some wick at the bottom. Just hit our entry. Let's just make our stop loss. Continue this move or not. Our stop. Euro USD has just broken the live market. Euro USD has broken its high. Now let's go. Yeah, I remember that the January month was not pretty good for 122. January was not pretty good for GT. I remember. That's okay. Here we can see that the market has broken the low. Now the market has shifted its move to the upside. We have this bullet area. Here we are in a situation to take an entry, whether we should take the entry or not. Market break the low and retrace. And barely break the high, retrace. Going to just wait. It's tempting me because this candle was a wiki candle and this was a nice like continuation candle to the upside. And if I look at then we can see that the market was in a trend. That is why I'm thinking about it. But no, this will be a impulsive decision. I want to just wait for one more candle. Whether it's move or just want to range. USD formed a wick. Let's see whether we get any bomb or there has large wick at the bottom. Take the high, retrace. That's going continuation of the move. So if I get any entry, let me just they're equal candles. Me, it has not broken the previous. So if market reaches to this area, would like to take the entry, not by just a single candle. Perfect. There it break the low, but again, this is a very dicky break. I wanted I want to take this entry, then there must a nice break. The break is very dicky. Our perfect candle right there. Low will be 32, entry will be our weak close. First, we have a weak close. Okay. Here, market gets this. Again, trying to continue its move to the downside. Have a low. Give us the entry or not. Is around 0.07. See, this month is quite difficult. I can feel it. 5:30 a.m. IST. Entry. Just entry at, my entry was at 7:30. You see, this is 6:30 candle. So candle started at 6:30 and it would have must closed at around 7:30. And the entry was on 7:30 candle. So this candle would have this white candle where I take the entry. This candle was started on at 7:30 and it would have closed at around 8:30. Four candle, I waited 4 hours just after opening market. After that 4 hour, 4 or 5 hours is enough. Because 2 hours will be the spread hours. Then next 2 hours we saw some direction. So I know that 2022 was not a very good uh, year for GT. And that is the reason why I just decided to backtest this year. We were doing backtesting of 4 pairs of this year. Let's see what my result. Low is at 1.3. So my entry will be at around 1.16. Right or not. So once it breaks the low, there, there it has broken the low. Oh yeah, it has broken the low. Once it breaks the low, I will be managing my SL just above it, of this candle. This candle will be, so I have lost somewhere at around 0.4. Now the market is trying to continue its move to the upside. Thing is, I could avoid this loss because the market was completely inside some sort of range. Look at, it was completely inside the range, so I could avoid uh, this. I could wait for one more candle to continue, but this was a very nice impulsive candle to the downside, and we had some sort of ascending channel. We get a break, so that's why I decided to just risk 1%. But we had some sort of previous range, which make the market go inside the range. It took around like 10-12 hours to hit our stop loss. Went completely inside the range once I take that. Sometimes we take like entries like average entry also. Here the market barely break the low, just retrace back, forms a impulse candle. But again, see now I don't want to take the entry. But then again, it we like the market is right now the market is inside the range. If I take the entry, there is a high chance that it can uh, take us in and then hit our stop. Just wait for to take the entry on just. I wanted to avoid this sort of now it's perfect. I don't want to take entry by a single candle because in that case that would be a V-shaped recovery. So I don't want to take. But now if I see the rejection from at this area, well, then okay, there is a chance that it may continue its move. Stop loss is quite good. 12 pip is below this market structure. Oops. I don't know whether it was on news or what. 8:30. Just just so this entry was quite good. Not a poor entry. There was some big, but uh, that is good. Now we have equal wicks at the bottom. No bomb. Break the low, retrace, break the high, retrace. break the low, but it again not a very healthy impulse because market is completely inside some sort of range. Breaking the high retrace, breaking the low retrace. This is just a wiki break. Barely break the low and just form the wiki. Here I would like to place my let's see. Tag us in. Again, we will be placing our entry at around this area. Right. I is at around 15.5. 20. Of course. See it again. Now tag us in, then that's perfect. And now we are seeing a big peak at the top. So I just want to, we are having a large peak. Same see at around. Now here we saw some range. Now if I market gives me the entry again, I would like to pick from the range. And now after the range, if I take the entry, then that would be a bounce plus bullet entry. I would like entry 5, 5, 70. Tag the skin. Now it has just broken the high, but we barely able to manage the stop loss. It just run. We will be managing our stop loss just below it. Stop loss 2 pips below this sidebar. And if we will get any opportunity for a scaling, I will definitely take that scaling opportunity. The complete V-shaped recovery. There is a high chance that the market will form range or give us a deeper retracement. See, this is the reason why I would say the gorilla is good strategy for funding because how much I lost in the past just I have lost around 1%, 2%, 4%, 5%, 6%, 0.6 at around this area and 0.4 at around this. So 1% here, 2%, 3, 4%, 5%, 6%, complete 6%. I lost 6% in the past. and just one candle, one trade, almost giving me around 5%. I did not close it, but if let's suppose I will be in a challenge account, or let's suppose I would have a 4% loss or 5% loss, it was easily recovering my loss. At least it was easily recovering. One trade was easily recovering my loss. You see, almost giving me 5%. Why would I not close my trade if let's suppose my account is in drawdown and I am getting a trade which is making my account positive? So I would take the entry and wait for next month, because today is already uh, 20th of January, and let's suppose I have taken any trade, any challenge. So what I would be doing, I would just make my account positive and just wait for the next month. Here it had just hit our managed position. Hit around 1 point. If let's suppose you are down 5 or 6% with SRC, it will become very difficult to recover 5% or 6% from SR with SRC, a challenge account. Challenge account firms are making money, just they know that people are, people are likely to make mistakes in challenge accounts. They know this fact. And if your account is not, if your strategy is not giving you a big ROI, then it will become very difficult psychologically to come out from that sort of drawdown. And a nice range. Now the market just broken it, and if it continues to move to the upside and it bomb slash bullet area, then I don't want to take the trade, because look at the impulsive candle, momentum to the upside. It formed the range and now it's swing momentum to the. There's a chance that can hit my stop loss if I take the trade. Large candle to the upside, large candle to the downside. Bomb. This nice place to take the bomb, but again, don't want to take any bomb where we are having this sort of massive impulsive candles. Massive impulsive candle to the upside, massive impulsive candle to the downside, then again candle to the up, then again candle to the down. No, not a good area. The bomb. Let's suppose I would have taken the bomb. See, he's still in the trade, but like this sort of. And also it was, this trade was forming after 7:30. Usually after this candle, I don't take any trade on Friday. 6:30 candle and at 7:30 p.m. After this candle, I don't want to take any trade, because 5 hours of the 5 hour window for the week, those hours are like settling time. Because hedge funds on all the banks on other traders, large traders who has opened the position for the week, they must wrapping up their position. During those times, price action will not follow. You will see rapid move to the upside, rapid move to the downside, or complete one-sided move. In these scenarios, on Friday, try to just 4 and like 6, 7 hours before closing of the market, Stop trading. Candle has not broken previous low, so take it as a this is a nice impulsive candle to the downside, but let's suppose single candle just goes up, like the chance that it will come down again. Very less chance. High chance that it will go up and take. Just don't place the wait for one more. Each scenario, I want that small candles, big four candles just pop like then hit my entry. Then don't want that a single candle like this just go up and take my entry. There is a very low chance that it will come down again. There is a high chance that it will rain, go up, take my stop loss, and then go up or down. Out of it. A good bullet entry. Market is completely to the downside. Left hand side is also here. Make it market did not give us any opportunity. Sort of large bit. I don't want to. It's the high on the large bit. Okay. Our nice bit entry. I was high is 70.47. Yeah, I also heard this news. Why they stop their service account? Dragged us in from the large week. It break the low, but forming some weeks. Again, it just break the low from the week. Barely break the of this inside bar. In India, summer came quite early this year. Here, a quite good entry, I would say. But we are happy. Cannot avoid the possibility of V shape. Wait for one more candle because also a red hour candle. Now this is quite good. Tags me in. Break the high. Why I did not take that entry? Because it was forming some sort of V this structure. This formed a V-shaped recovery, and then the market goes inside the range. This is the reason why I did not, because in sort of scenarios, most of the time the market give you a deeper retracement, or it can just start going inside a range. This sort of scenario step into the market. Here I would like to play. We just hit our January was not good months for good, not good month of stocks and but I have seen strategies which will give you losses also and will not give you any like opportunity to recover those losses. But what I have seen in GT that at least it give opportunity to recover those losses. That is a good part of it. We had a large wick at the bottom. That is why I did not place any entry. And now I want to take a continuation in that because you can see ascending channel breaks the high, quite impulsive move to the upside. Entry or not. So our red line will be about this. Hit our really a difficult month to trade. Market break the high retrace, market came down, break the low, and again the next bell comes down, breaks the low, for some week. But overall market condition is bearish. We get an impulsive candle to the down. We have some wick, but if you look at the size of this candle, that's and get and is orange. And eight now. This will close. Now we have our replacement. The market breaks this low, get opportunity to manage this trade. Not be looking for any scaling now because here the market has broken the low. I will be just stop loss. Again broken, and now I would like to uh, take an scaling or entry. Stop loss will be above this candle, and now I would like to take a scaling. Let's suppose the next candle just comes it like this. There's a high chance that it will hit our stop loss also. Because in a scaling order earlier I used to take trades in a very aggressive, like scaling orders were very aggressive when I used to take earlier trades. Because what I used to think that if I don't have any risk on the table, so let's just take a risky trade. No, your approach should not be like that. Each and every trade has own significance. Don't try to take aggressive entry in a scaling or at any time. And you can see that here I am getting some sort of like 7%. Let's suppose I'm assuming that I am having some sort of like so this is the worst set. Usually after a very long time I am getting this sort of market where I am getting this much of loss. I don't know what is the reason. I remember that 2022 January was not a very good month for GT. I remember it. I'm taking good trades, but still I get lots and lots of losses. I took 9% loss. And but again, if you trust your strategy, it will give you opportunity just recover all those losses. See, here I will be taking my exit. This white candle, once it breaks the low, see what happens. See, this white candle first break the low. Once it breaks the low, I would be managing this trade just above 2 pips. Just above 2 pips. Now this candle took me up. In this trade, I made around 6%. Usually we don't get this much of sorry. Usually we don't get this much loss. Some months are like not good. Like the February of 2023 is not good for GT. will be there. But somehow, if you believe in your strategy and if you have done a lot of practice, then there's very less chance that you will lose your account. Very less chance, because you can see I have taken, see how much losses I have taken. Lots of losses, lots and lots of losses. But still, I have managed to end the like end the month with break even or with some minimum like 1 or 2% loss. Here I wanted to take an. Here I would like to take. I will be one, one, four, eight, one. So I wanted to take this entry. Why? Because here I saw some sort of take the loan, and now we are seeing sort of uh, opposite move. And usually, when we get this sort of move to the downside, one-sided bearish move, there is a high chance that it will the market may give you a deeper pullback. I wanted to write that to that whether continued its move or not. See, once it breaks the high, can minimize some losses like 0.2 can minimize it, but it's not you're not getting much of it to minimize it. We just hit our stop. Now we have 1 day left. Break the high, but the break is not very. If this be buying opportunity, this is luck. Just came down just and just hit my stop loss because my analysis was okay, but as we place a fixed stop loss, that is the reason why it just hit our stop loss. Because if my normal stop loss would be somewhere at around this area, near the low of this white candle, that would be our perfect stop loss. But as we use fixed stop loss in CT, the reason why it hit our stop by 1 pip. I was assuming this move. For a buy, but after Now we have just finished January. Let's see how much we lost. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 9% loss complete. Lost 9%. We made around 7.36%. This is total loss. After this sort of the month was pretty tough. So this sort of month, we still managed to losing just 1.64%. Imagine if you get this sort of month in other strategy, it becomes very difficult to end your month with just -1 headwind boost confidence. Yes. See, I just stopped trading GT for one year. Okay. And in those time, I realized that uh, like confidence is good. Like if you get the confidence in any strategy, then if you are having a high win rate, then that's a good thing. But if your strategy is like this, that you get like some losses, but when you get your winners, you get good winners, then that's okay. We cannot do anything about it. You can see here we were making somewhere around 4 or 5%. Here we were making somewhere at around 7 or 10%, 7, 8%. So if let's suppose your account is in big drawdown, so I would say don't wait for the market to just like come down and hit your take profit. If the trade is giving you somewhere at around 4 or 5% or recovering your previous losses, try to just first if you are in a challenge mode. Let's suppose this is you have passed your challenge and you are trading this account as a live account. So 1.64% loss is not a very uh, big loss which you cannot recover. Here I did not, some percentage in my challenge account. I would not wait for that because I can show you some trades which I would definitely close, like this trade. I would have wait for around this candle. After this candle, if it again came to my entry, I would definitely close this trade on my challenge account. I would not wait for the, because after, if you look at this candle, there's a high chance that the next candle can come down and hit my stop loss. So after this candle, I would definitely close the trade if I a challenge account, because this is if this is your live account or if you have passed the challenge account, then you may use the gorilla strategy completely. But if you are in a challenge account, because gorilla strategy is not formed like that to pass, like to perform in just 30 days. To perform over a quarter or over a year, you have to make this thing clear in your mind. If you try to, I also did the mistake. I tried to uh, try to what's like I'm missing the word. Try to calculate this percentage on the basis of like 30 days. And in 30 days, some months will be up, some months will be down, some months will be at break even. But if you look at the quarter on the basis like 3 months or 4 months or yearly or half yearly basis, then you will get a good result. And there your percentage will also like here see my percentage is not like my winning percentage is not good. I have taken somewhere around 12, 13 trades where I lost 10 trades, almost 10 losses and three or three wins, like two wins only, two wins. But if you look at like a quarterly basis, then my winning percentage is somewhere at around, I would say 35 to 45%. If you look at just this month winning percentage, then that is not a good winning percentage. This month is not a good winning percentage. But if you look my yearly 1 year winning percentage, then that will be somewhere at around 35% to 45%. It can be 42%, 40%, 38%, any number between 35 to 45%. And that I would say previously I used to think that 35%, 40% is not a good win rate. But now after doing a lot of research, after looking a lot of strategies, I came to the conclusion that no, 55, 45, 40%, 30, like 35%, above 30% win rate is okay win rate, I would say. 35%, 40%, 45% win rate is not a bad win rate. If you have having your strategy where like one or two trades can give you cover your three, four losses, five losses, then this win rate is. If you try to count these number on the basis of monthly or on monthly basis, then it becomes difficult. You will not satisfy you. It will not satisfy you. But if you look these numbers on the basis yearly or on like 6 months or quarter, then it will make sense. Okay, let's just wrap up this session. I wanted to close the session at around 7 p.m. but it's my first session after a long time. Talk a lot. Tomorrow, from tomorrow, I will try to do it a little fast. Gorilla has also increased his fees. I saw his website and was showing like £500 for lifetime access. Pound is a the amount, I would say. £500 is not a small. See, this is a V-shape recovery, complete V-shape recovery. Now we can see some. We can wait for some range. It's showing some sort of rain. Let's just wait. I did not wanted to take this bomb entry because it's very close to its most recent low. That's why I avoided it. It was a good decision because if I take that entry, then it would be a loss. But usually I place 12 stop loss in the hedging, hedging trade. That is why I did not take any entry. Just close this pending one. To go up there. take okay, sorry, hit my entry and then come on. Not okay. Complete the recovery. Yes. Okay, bye bye. Happy trading. And yeah, I will be posting some like more charts on my Telegram group. But I'm also doing challenge, so I will try to post all my trades on the Telegram group. That will be very beneficial for the beginners.